It started with a sound, faint, almost nothing, a crackle of static through a cheap radio in Mara Blake's small apartment. She lived alone, a night nurse who'd grown used to the hum of loneliness. But that night, the static spoke. Radio, distorted whisper. "Mara, pray." She froze. The air felt thick, heavy. She turned the knob, but the voice faded into white noise. She laughed it off. Great, now even my radio's talking to me. But when she turned off the radio, the static kept going, coming from somewhere else. Somewhere inside the walls. The next night, the static returned, louder this time, sharper, pulsing like a heartbeat. Mara pressed her ear to the speaker. Beneath the static, she could hear chanting, faint prayers in Latin. Voice, distorted. Pray and be saved. Her breath hitched. She whispered, "Who's there?" No answer. But when she glanced at her reflection in the window, her own face flickered, replaced by a shadowed figure wearing a halo of glowing static. She stumbled backward, knocking over the radio. It went silent. For a long moment, only her heartbeat filled the room. The next morning, Mara went to work at St. Harlan's Hospital, the kind of place that smelled of bleach and exhaustion. She tried to shake it off, but the static followed her. Every intercom, every heart monitor, all fizzed and whispered her name. Monitor, crackling. Mara, kneel. She yanked the cord out. Her colleague, Nurse Kim, frowned. Kim, you all right? You look pale. Mara, it's just, I think something's wrong with the equipment. Or maybe with you. Kim laughed it off, but Mara didn't. She swore the static was watching her. That night, Mara came home to find her apartment cold. The radio was still on, though she hadn't touched it. This time, the static wasn't random. It spoke clearly. Voice, low, distorted. Do you believe in saints, Mara? She froze. Who are you? Voice, a protector, a saint reborn in static. The screen of her old TV lit up, white fuzz swirling, shaping into a faint outline of a haloed figure made entirely of static. She dropped to her knees, not in worship, but in fear. Saint, you prayed for help. I have come. In the following days, strange things began to happen. Patients at the hospital, the dying, the hopeless, started recovering after Mara touched them. A man with a failing heart opened his eyes and whispered, "An angel touched me." Mara didn't tell anyone. She didn't understand it herself. But every night the voice returned. Saint, through static. You are my vessel. Spread the signal. And the radio static began to spread to her phone, her mirrors, even her dreams. At first, Mara felt chosen. Then the nightmares began. Visions of the saint's face, peeling like burned paper, whispering in broken Latin. She stopped sleeping. Her co-workers noticed her pale skin, her shaking hands. Kim. Mara, you need rest. Mara, weakly. He's in the wires. He's in everything. Kim frowned. Who? Mara stared at the light ceiling, where faint static ripples danced. Mara. The saint. The saint wanted more. Mara awoke one night to find the TV on again, showing her own face, eyes black, mouth whispering prayers she didn't know. Saint, through her reflection. Preach, my child. Let them hear. And suddenly, every screen in her building flickered, playing her image. Her neighbors' TVs, the security monitors, even the hospital's CCTV feeds. Voice broadcasted. The static saint watches. The static saint saves. Mara screamed until her voice broke. Days blurred together. Mara's co-workers found her staring blankly at walls, whispering to him. The static grew stronger, now bleeding from radios, phones, even people's hearing aids. Kim tried to help her. Kim. Mara, please, we can get you help. Mara, voice distorted. You can't help what's already holy. Her skin shimmered with faint electrical lines, like veins of light. When Kim touched her, she felt a jolt, like electricity, sharp and cold. Kim called a priest. Father Nolan, an old man with shaking hands and eyes full of disbelief, arrived at Mara's apartment. When he sprinkled holy water, the lights burst, the walls bled static. Saint, through speakers, "You bless my signal with silence, foolish mortal." Father Nolan screamed as his crucifix melted into glowing static in his hand. Mara stood still, whispering, "It's too late. He's part of me now." A week later, the apartment was empty. No one ever saw Mara again. But the static didn't stop. It spread through the city, strange whispers echoing through baby monitors, radios, and hospital intercoms. Sometimes, if you tune your TV between stations late at night, you will see her, a nurse with hollow eyes standing behind a screen of static, mouthing prayers. And if you listen closely, you will hear the voice that started it all. Static Saint, pray and be saved.